Welcome to the Safe Par Golf Podcast, where two average golfers talk about golf and things. I'm your host, Derek.
I'm your host, Dominic, and it's weird not being in the same room.
It's kind of cool for a change, but it is weird.
Yeah, we're going to be talking over each other.
That's okay. But we're in episode 174.
Yeah. Although now you can see all my knickknacks. I bought this lighter. It looks like a beer.
Do you want to see what I got you for your birthday? Or do you want it as a surprise? Like,
you said it doesn't bite. Do we want to put it on the podcast?
It's up to you.
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
Well, I'll grab what my mom got me.
All right.
Okay. So my mom got me the toilet time
golf
gang. So it has little golf balls, and it's got a little putter and a flag. So
do you want to go test it out right now? Take the camera with you, and we can just test it out and see how it works.
Yeah, we got Wi-Fi. So I guess for the listeners, I turned 28 Sunday, which is weird. But like that, yeah, I kind of want to throw it down in the bathroom and kind of make a video about it. Maybe they'll sponsor us.
Got to make a reel for sure. Okay, so I was at the Art of Whirl.
My friend went, and she's like, "Oh, you should come with us." I'm like, "The fuck's the Art of Whirl?"
It's like the biggest art. I forget how they word it. It's like the biggest art. Not convention, because it's not really a convention, but it's like individual artists. It's like the largest one in the in America. Apparently, that's what they said. But it was the 30th anniversary. Yeah,
and it's here in like Minneapolis, wherever it is.
Northeast. Yeah, it's kind of. It's actually like the strip of Indeed Brewery, if you're familiar, like Minnesota Ice Cream.
Okay,
it's that whole street.
I know.
Street. Yeah,
I know where Indeed is.
It's actually a lot of fun. My wife and I have tried to make it like every year, but every weekend something comes up. So this is our second year we've gone, but one of my customers owns two of the buildings there. So he grilled out all this food. It was really cool, but it was freezing cold. Last year it was 92 degrees. This year it was like 48 or 40, especially when it got later on in the night. But yeah. So anyway, went there and there was this artist and he basically like makes all sorts of different, prints, but they're not just prints. They're like, he takes different things from whether it's cardboard, pieces of paper, whatever it is, and he basically kind of glues it together. Right. And so he had the original print was like, it was pretty big, or I should say the original, but this is what I got you. I don't know if you can see with the lighting.
Oh, it's Target Field.
It's Target Field. So this is one of his prints. It's 11 by 14. It's actually really cool. So like all these different pieces, and you'll see it up close. Like he individually used like different like stripes to glued on for like the grass and everything else. So everything is made like different. Kind of, yeah. But he used like plastic pieces. There's like little fur pieces on there for the turf from the right past the pitching mill. Yeah. So I thought you'd like it. I went and got a frame for it.
That's cool.
So happy birthday. The lighting isn't the best, but I think you'll like it. I was like, I was like, oh, like Tom's birthday's coming up. I'm like, I think he's gonna like that.
Funny enough, I have an 11 by 14 picture of Target Field on my wall.
I was gonna buy the original, but I asked him what the original was, and it was $2,500. So I'm like, oh, maybe next year.
That's a car. Well, I guess it's not a car.
It could be, I guess.
It could be. Maybe not.
So
Minnesota,
it wasn't quite $2,500, but it was more than $25. So if that comes,
there we go. No,
but yeah, it's really cool. But I have his card too, so you can check him out on Instagram. I'll send it to you. But okay. All right, enough about us rambling on about that. We got a big week coming up next week. Odin Golf, Save Par Shindig. You're heading out of town. You decided to book a flight at 5:40 in the morning, like a crazy man.
You know, any other time you'd be proud of me.
That's true, because you're not a morning person, but
I'm not. All the other flights would have landed at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I would have had like not 7 hours, but it would have been like a really long layover in Denver. And I'm like, I don't want to sit in Denver by myself for multiple hours.
I don't blame you. I think we should just stay up on Sunday night. It's Memorial Day weekend, so we could probably just stay up and have some nooners, and then we could just Uber it together, and then I'll just Uber back home. Or just have
Okay,
my wife.
bye.
Yeah. All right. See you later, man.
Well,
Don't
you know
stop
what
the
I
fun.
found?
What's
Speaking
that?
of Nooners, you know, I mean, you know what, like Arizona iced teas?
Yeah. They're
Did you know
still
they make?
99 cents.
Yeah. Did you know that they make hard versions of those?
No.
Yeah.
Are they 99 cents like the regular?
I don't know
That would
about,
that would be awesome.
I don't know about it, like a 12 pack. They're good.
What so is it like just the same flavor? It's just like a spiked
Yeah.
iced tea, essentially.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And it's
I
not
didn't know that.
carbonated either, which is nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Um, interesting. But yeah, so
Yeah.
you're heading out Monday.
I
So you
am.
get to kind of spend a decent amount of time out there. So I'm excited for you. I'll be leaving Thursday afternoon. Again, excited to head out, play some golf on Friday. Obviously, we have the event on Saturday. We just kind of we didn't record a podcast last week. We played some golf together last week, so that was a lot of fun. We got to do that again.
Felt like
But
we swung it really well too.
yeah, I think we should definitely incorporate those more often than not,
Yeah.
whether it's on Tuesday or whatever day. But I think it's just kind of fun to
Well, I think
at
we learned
least
that
get out and play 9
Tuesdays.
holes.
I think we learned that Tuesday is probably not the best day.
Tuesday's league day.
League day
Clearly.
for everybody in Minnesota.
Yeah. But I think it's important, obviously, record a podcast. So it's nice to at least post this before our tournament because we won't have one next week because you'll be gone. So just a quick little nugget here. Scottie Scheffler dominated again. PGA Championship wins. It's his third major. Guy's an absolute machine. I know you're not a huge fan of Scottie, but the he's like got that, like, he's so nice that it's hard to, like, I get you. But did you watch any of it? What were your thoughts? I didn't watch a whole lot of it, to be honest. I did watch some, but I didn't watch a lot.
I watched a few shots here and there. It's not that I don't like Scotty. It's just it's getting to the point where it's kind of boring to watch some of these because you're just like, oh, he's going to run away with it. And you know, Bryson's going to be second, third, or fourth lately, and um, I don't want to say like, oh, it's like Tiger in his prime boring because I wasn't around when Tiger was in his prime, but I feel like golf's in such a different place now than when Tiger was in his prime. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like now, I'm getting to the point where it's like, oh, Scotty won again. Like nobody is surprised anymore. Where when Tiger did it, it was like, wow, this has never been done before, and golf wasn't as popular. Where now it's like, like don't let somebody else win, but like at the same time, it's like I'd love to see Bryson bust through. Which I'm not saying that nobody can take down Scotty. You can have a bad round and it just screws everything up. Look at Rory. Rory got I mean, I know he didn't talk to media and everybody's pissed off at him, but it doesn't take much to throw somebody off. But God damn it, Scotty is always on it, and
It's hard to count that guy out. He's definitely he should be a
it's
favorite
truly,
in every tournament.
yeah, it's truly incredible to watch. But it's like everyone's like, oh, why didn't you watch? It's like, well, Scotty's gonna run away with it after you can kind of get the idea after the first couple rounds.
There was some I don't know. Some people were talking about how, we have John Rahm, who was like in the driver's seat, or at least in the passenger seat. He was really close to being in contention. I mean, he was up there for in that final round, and then he kind of crapped the bed. But John Rahm, and then same thing with Bryson. And there was like speculation or conversation of people being like, well, if they're, now that they're on the Live Golf Tournament or Golf League, they're playing 3 days, not 4 days. And I'm like, but they've had experience for 4 days. Like they've played in these big events. Yeah. So it's not like they don't have the experience, but people were trying to use that as that's the reason why Scotty won, was that Scotty's so used to playing in 4-day events where they haven't been playing in 4-day events. Whether or not you would disagree or agree on that. I mean,
are we just going to forget? Are we just going to forget that John Rahm is still a very good golfer? And it wasn't too long ago that he was a very competitive golfer. I can't quote me, but hasn't he won a couple majors in his career?
John Rahm has won the Masters.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know But yeah, he was kind of before Scotty Scheffler was up there. He was I mean, he was the world number
Yeah,
one, if I'm not mistaken. But
he's
I'm just gonna look up
he's
real quick
a
how many
yeah.
majors he's won.
I know he's won the Masters. I can't think if he's won anything else, but I don't know. I guess for people to say that, it's like, are you forgetting how good John Rahm is, or how good Dustin Johnson is, or how
Hmm.
good, even Joaquin Neiman.
I
I know,
like him a lot.
I know you're a big fan, but
Yep.
it's like some of these guys are still really good and have won on the PGA Tour, and guess what? Those are still 4-day wins.
Yep. Uh, I forgot to. Yeah, he won the 2021 U.S. Open, so he's got two majors under
Okay.
his belt, and then he won the 2023 Masters, and then he tied for second at the 2023 Open Championship and the fourth at the 2018 PGA Championship. So yeah, he's always going to be in contention if he's healthy.
Mhm.
Like I said, he was like the world number one golfer for a while as well. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that somebody kind of went with that take of like they're only used to playing 3 days. I'm like, well, I guess yes, but it's not like they haven't had experience. I mean, they are
Yeah.
major champion winners. At least John Rahm is. So,
Did
um,
you did you see the thing where people are asking if Rory cheated?
was it regarding the driver issue? I think
Is
the like
that
one.
what it was? I just
Yeah.
saw it like trending somewhere, and I was like, why would Rory cheat? Is it about the driver being used for a year and then the face gets bendy and it gets hotter?
Well, I don't know the specifics, but it was like deemed as like non-conforming. I don't know the
Mm,
specifics on it, but I believe Scottie Scheffler also had a
yes.
non-conforming driver. So um, I don't know necessarily what the specifics are on that, but yeah, he did have a non-conforming
So from my
driver.
understanding is as you hit your driver, the face becomes hotter and hotter because it gets used more and more and there's more like rebound or compression or whatever.
Hmm.
Which is why it blows my mind that people want to get the new driver every year because it's like unless you're hitting it way more than a PGA player, you're not really getting the most out of your driver. I think that's why my driver is starting to get a little bit better. I'm not
Yep.
saying that it's starting
You
to
were
like.
killing it the other day.
I had like one good drive, and luckily it was the first hole.
I wouldn't say one good drive. You were striking the ball, even driver wise. You were hitting the ball really well. You drove me on the one drive, and then you were hitting the ball as far as drive wise really well.
I'm still sad that my one ball didn't go down that hill, and I had to hit down the hill. Hate that.
On that par
Um,
five.
yeah, but from my understanding, that's how that works. And then they somehow test it and then go, no, yeah, it's too good.
I'm just pulling that up because I'm kind of interested on the controversy of what happened. Um, Maybe trying to find a legitimate website. Uh, that if I find it here in a second, I'll we can talk about it. But I don't know. So, where do you think if Scotty wins the Open? I think that puts him at his career Grand Slam because he has two Masters win. He's got two Masters wins, I believe. He has the PGA Championship, and I think okay, so two Masters in the PGA Championship. Okay, so he still has to win the U.S. Open and the Open. But I mean, how like what's your like your over under? Do you think Scotty wins five more majors in the next 10 years?
10 years? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's that's four majors a year.
I mean, yeah. Do I think he gets the Grand Slam? Yeah. I mean, if Rory did it, it seems like, I
Took
mean,
him a
to be
while, but he did
honest,
it.
yeah, to be honest, it seems like Scotty has a little bit of an easier job considering he already won the Masters and stuff like that. Granted, the Open is nothing to scoff at because those, at whatever course it's at, because is that the one that switches?
Yeah, rotates. Yep. I mean,
Yep.
PGA Championship does too, but yeah, but the Open
Yeah.
does rotate.
Those courses that it rotates between are no joke. Because every
Yeah.
year we look at the rough and you're just like, yikes. Like, I feel like I could get lost in there. Um,
I
but I
take
feel
that
like,
back. Sorry to interrupt you, but every tournament rotates except the Augusta, the Masters.
oh, is that
For
okay?
some reason, I don't know why I was thinking the U.S. Open, but yeah, the U.S. Open's all over the place. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like the Open is always harder just because those European courses are just a nightmare. Um, I think I saw on Instagram that Greg was kind of saying that if Spieth wins the Grand Slam, it's kind of like illegitimate or something like that. I'd rather see Spieth win before Scottie, and that just has to do with Spieth's kind of career trajectory being a roller coaster. And you just kind of want to root for guys like that. That being said, I think Scottie gets the Grand Slam. Do I think he does it this year? No, but if he does, it would be utterly incredible. I don't. Did his run start last year or the year before? So either way, he does a Grand Slam in like 3 years, which I don't know what the record is, but that's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, there's only a few individuals that have done that. It's funny that you're talking about Jordan Spieth because when I was typing in something, he was like the first one that popped up about that, and I think he's one of those guys that, yeah, if he was healthy for an extended period of time, he probably had have a really legitimate chance of winning more majors than he's won.
Mm-hmm.
And we've always talked about Jordan Spieth. He's such a fun golfer. I like his attitude. He's just plays the right way. He's younger, so he's a little bit more you can kind of familiarize with him a little bit, just being kind of in the same age group essentially as us, a little bit older, a little bit in between. But yeah, he's one of those players that I would love to see get on a hot streak.
I just want to see him get back. I don't want to say normal, but he's very in his head. So I feel like if he could just win one, it could like catapult him. That's how I feel about a lot of guys on tour, though, and that's where it's frustrating to watch like Scottie just like slam the door on everybody. As impressive as it is, don't get me wrong, what he's doing is incredible.
It's
But
insane.
for me, it kind of takes some of like the oh man, what if this guy wins out of it? Because now it's like every major, you're just like just fuck it, give it to Scottie.
If I'm betting on Scotty and I have a big bet, yeah, I want to see him run away with it. But for like just viewership of just being a fan of golf, like I would love to see where it comes down to like the last two or three holes, even or
Mm-hmm.
even in the playoff. Just like with the Masters, like there's a lot of people that don't care for Rory, rightfully so, whatever. I still like watching him play golf. I think he's just a really talented golfer. But it was just really cool to see that the Masters be down like into a playoff. I think it's regardless if you're a fan of him or not, just seeing competitive golf go into extra innings, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see.
Especially against the guy who's been around so long, like Justin Rose, um,
Yeah.
who in his own right is incredible, and nobody talks about him. Was it the second shot? Yeah, it was the second shot of that playoff hole. I thought he ended
Game
it right
over.
there.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, because it's like I'm not a huge Rory guy, but I thought that was like the mic drop moment for Justin Rose. Just be like, oh, fuck you, I got it.
Look
See
like
you
it.
next year, sucker. And then he didn't dunk it, and I was like, well, shit. Like it kind of sealed it, but um, yeah, that's kind of the beauty of golf is watching the last few holes. I remember when Phil won his last major, I was watching with my mom, and my mom's like, Phil Mickelson still plays? I'm like, yeah, watch this. And everybody's walking up with him, and it's kind of one of those magical moments in golf for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of frustrating to just be like, ah, Scotty's got it. He's just gonna take it and whatever. But at the same time, kudos. It's wild. Somebody's got to stop him and step up.
Yeah, the US Open is, I believe, the next major event. That's June 12th through the 15th, and that's at Oakmont Country Club, which is in, I should know this. I want to say Texas, but I could be totally wrong.
Watch it be in like Vermont, middle of nowhere.
For some reason, I feel like it is like somewhere like in the East Coast.
Are you Googling it? Do you want me to Google it?
No, it was loading, but it's in Pennsylvania, so it is in
Ah,
Oakmont, yeah, in Pennsylvania.
that was close.
That's the one that I think has. So they've hosted several events in the past. I think this is. Yeah, they've hosted some other major events before, and so it's got a lot. It has a lot of history on it. So, but that's June 12th through the 15th. I don't know. It's hard to bet against Scottie Scheffler on that one, but majors are always fun. I enjoy those. Okay, so switching topics. So the Odin Safe Par Shindig, again, that takes place Saturday, May 31st. We kind of wanted to we talked about just doing something like a video or a podcast episode where we at least talk about our sponsors and kind of what they've donated. And so we can kind of go into that if you'd like here. I have our website pulled up, but
yep. So we have 2 hole sponsors. I'm putting both on hole 1 just for time and sake of time and just for the sake of keeping pace. The first one, we have Custom 6 coming out, and they do grips for your golf club. So if you're out there and you have like a really gnarly 60 degree like Derek had a few years ago,
they're nasty.
Yeah, the thing was scary. It was fuzzy. You can get
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you can get those.
Catch a disease on that with that thing.
God, dude, gonorrhea. You could get your clubs fixed, grips, whatever. We'll probably do that. I want my putter switched out because I hate the big Mizuno grip on it. I'm going back to a ping grip.
I saw that. I like that grip, but I know some people aren't a fan of that style.
The crazy part is I putt really well with it, but I don't like the feeling in my hand. I don't know. It's probably just like a mental thing, but I don't like the feeling of it. We also have our guy Don with Kingsman Golf. So he's got his own little booth up there, and he'll be on hole 1 as well, talking to everybody. So Kingsman Golf, they are it's a black-owned company, super dope, and we're lucky enough to have a great relationship with Don. He sent us, I know, so many things, and I feel like that's all they wear now is Kingsman stuff.
I was just gonna. I should have sent him a photo, but I had the black quarter zip on because the weather's been really cold here. I was just wearing it. Love the fit, high quality material. So shout out Don, appreciate it. Looking forward to meeting you. I know we've obviously had him on the podcast, but looking forward to meeting a lot of these guys. So
make sure when you're out there, you touch his shirts, because online you're like, oh, it's your standard golf shirt, but in person you touch those and you're like, oh my God, it really makes you feel like a king.
I like that.
He's gonna like it. We should clip it.
Clip that for sure.
Clip it for Don.
You want to just kind of go down the line here? Do you want to rattle them off? And I can kind of piggyback. Otherwise, I have some here as well. I can rattle some off. I'm
forgetting some of who's doing what. I know we have Luke from Leaderboard Customs, as always. Yep. I have to do a post for him. Closest to the pin, he and I finalized that you're going to get your custom pair of Air Jordan 1 golf shoes. We have a predetermined design, but you get to pick 2 colors. So as always, Luke, congrats. Thank you for working with us. We love working with you. And then we also have closest to the pin, as you know, a little bit more recently, we're going to have Bombtech's going to donate a wedge set. So I believe that's 52, 56, 60.
That's what I keep in my bag as far as degrees.
I think that's the perfect, distance, to be honest with you. We have Back Nine Bullies is going to do a Back Nine Bullies like swag bag for one of the long drives. And then the other long drive will be sponsored by Tea Time Leather. And that's already out in California, but I posted pictures of them. They are gorgeous. It's a leather scorecard holder that is elephant print, so it matches your Jordans out there. And then it's a elephant print glove holder. So one side's Velcro, one side's a clip. You throw that on your belt, and now you're not going to lose your glove. And then obviously 4 Bros will be out there. God, they're everywhere.
Excited. They are. I'm so excited. So 4 Bros, they came out to our event last year. And they're obviously going to be at the event this year. So it sounds like they have, Don had mentioned they have, they're going to have their, what would you call it? Their RV or their,
So, yeah, I mean, they're bringing out the RV.
They're bringing out the RV. So we're going to sticker the crap out of that thing.
Yeah, we're going to try. And I'm sure they're going to listen and be like, nah, well, joke's on them. I have 10,000 stickers that have the podcast logo on them, and I know their address. So, yeah, we're going to figure it out.
The 4 Bros safe. The 4 Bros Save Par RV van.
There we go. It's not even a van. The thing
is not. It's monstrous.
Holy shit. They're going to be giving away gloves, hats, and I believe they just dropped a new towel, which is sick. They're giving some of those away to just random people. I'm trying not to talk about the swag bag stuff yet, but now I'm running out of who's doing what. I don't even have it open. It's slacking.
Well, while you're looking at that, I'll just kind of mention obviously everyone that signs up um, is getting a pinned speaker, a custom speaker, and
I
Dom
have
Dom
that.
can go ahead and right, bam, right there, Shindig. There's only
So,
there's only 80 made. That's it.
and we have four different colors. We have this one's the black one. We have red, green, and then like a dark navy. But they come with carabiners and all the charging cords, but they are magnetic. And they're waterproof, Bluetooth. These things are sick. I
Great
got to grab a
speaker.
couple of these for myself because you can like connect them and everything.
So we're excited to partner with them. Obviously, we've had them on the podcast as well. Great group of people there, so I'm excited to give those out to everyone that shows up to the event. Um,
Oh, okay. So I have it pulled up. I forgot. So we talked about leaderboard customs, Kingsman Golf
yep,
Custom Sticks, Bomb Tech, Back Nine Bullies. We also
yep,
have Omnix.
yep.
So they donated 4 bags for second place, which the fact that second place is getting bags is crazy. There are 3 cart bags and then 1 stand bag or carry bag, like the ones you and I have, which mine's
Mm-hmm.
all bagged up because I'm ready to go at this point.
Ready to go.
I'm ready to go. We also have pinned. Obviously, we talked about the speakers, but first place they donated 3 rangefinder. I'm sorry, 4 rangefinders.
Somebody's left out.
Somebody's left out. So everybody in first place gets a rangefinder. They are bright green, so they are hard to lose, and boy, are they pretty. Third place, we have our dudes at Van Saint. Um,
Yep.
Great polos, and everybody in that team gets to pick a polo, which is super cool. So it's like we're not going to have them there, but you'll be able to pick them, let me know or let you know, and then we can get the information over to Van Saint and we can have them mailed to you. Um, and then just some like random goodies here and there. We have Campo Golf Vincente. Um, Love that dude. He's doing ball markers for everybody. And then on the backside, he put the Shindig logo.
So sick. I like
I
his
don't,
hats too. I was just rocking one of his hats the other
yeah,
day.
I haven't seen them with the Shindig logo, but I sent it over to him. He's super pumped, dude. He's just ready to play golf and meet us. And then last but definitely not least, we have Warrior Smokehouse with David. David's also doing ball markers for everybody.
He's the
I've
man.
seen a picture and they look sick. So bang for your buck is crazy. And the companies that are supporting us are truly some of our favorites. Um, and I mean, there's so many other towels or other companies. Oh, how can we forget the towels?
I was gonna bring it up. I was waiting for you to. I was gonna let you do that, but yeah, go ahead. Can't
The
forget about Los Golferos.
yeah, no, you sign up, you get a Los Pharaohs towel. I don't have one near me. I just put one on. I have like that
Hold on.
bag in the corner. Okay, Derek's got it.
So I currently have one on my bag, but I also have this one from those guys. But
Mhm. Oh, that's one of the ones I buy you. That is
yep,
the Kobe.
yep. This is the new one that I haven't added yet, which will go on with the bag here soon
So,
enough. But
everybody who signs up isn't getting that one because that one is like a limited edition thing, but they are getting their own Los Pharaohs towel. And then last but definitely not least, I forgot, but we have Stogies and Bogies out there. Oh,
yep,
Jesse. Everybody who signs up is going to get their name on a custom wood bag tag. He's gonna laser engrave everything, and I think that's really cool. I know Lalo is going to be out there giving stuff away too. Some
can't
of
wait
his
to meet
belt.
him.
Yeah, I mean, he went to the first shindig and just didn't talk to ananybody, and now that he knows us, it's going to be oh my god,
It's
they're
gonna
going to
be.
kick
It's
us.
gonna be.
They're going to kick us off that course.
It'll be our first and last time there, at least for
Oh
us.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I'm super stoked to meet everyone and just see everyone. You know, as again,
Mhm.
Four Bros, all those Scolferos, all those guys that we've already met previously. It's really cool that we're able to connect again. And then just to piggyback off of Jesse with the Stogies and Bogies, the guy is just a madman. He's always at an event, it seems like, and he always puts out some really cool stuff. So excited to have him out there grinding, giving away some custom bag tags. So yeah, everyone again, from the bottom of my heart, I know Dom has worked really, really hard on most of this for the event. So shout out to you too. Um, for help organizing this for people who don't understand how much work goes into creating these events. It's not about making money, it's about just getting people together and having a good time. So just speaking on my side, I appreciate you, Dom, for working on this, and for everyone that's helped out, and obviously Big Jordan, Big Phil, appreciate you guys with the Odin Golf. Again, this is what, our fourth or fifth event that we've worked on together. It's I'm super excited to see Big George coming all the way from Germany, and obviously just create more memories. So for everyone that's coming out, really excited to see you and meet you. I said it. Appreciate everything.
Yeah, we got Brendan coming out from Boston. Four Bros are cruising in from Arizona, which isn't as far, but like they're driving that bus.
I know.
Which is wild.
Maybe they could pick you up. Maybe they can pick you up from the airport here. There, back.
Dude, I don't want to drive. They're gonna listen, but I'm not surviving that car ride.
That's a long drive. They're really close
John
to
would like hang me out the window, be like, "Yeah, man." I'll be like, "No."
You wouldn't survive before you even got to the Shindig. You'd be like,
"Oh no, I'd be dead by like Missouri."
Yeah.
Even though that's the total opposite way. What's Nebraska? I'd be dead by Nebraska.
I've heard that's one of the worst drives. It's just flat. I mean, I've driven obviously in some of the other states nearby, and kind of the same thing. But
yeah.
Is there anyone that I'm trying to think? Well, so we're, again, the event signups are pretty much closed. I know we have a few spots still open. I think they'll probably be closed by the time that we post this. But D-Bell Golf Club in Burbank, California. Talked to them the other day. They said the course is challenging, but they said they have very beautiful views. So I'm excited to check out the views.
I saw David and Los Golferos already played it. So I'm like, yeah. David called me the other day. I'm like, bro, did you cheat? And he's just laughing. He's like, nah, bro, we had to like test it out before we went out there. I'm like, so you cheated? He's like, no, we tested it. I'm like, okay.
That's smart. Just getting the lay of the land beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame him. That's fantastic.
Course looks beautiful. If you're attending, I'll be cruising around grabbing pictures. I've got that big ass bag is a big ass camera lens. So I'll be cruising around getting shots of everybody. Do not hit me. I will cry and then I will spiral out. But yeah, don't hit me because it's not gonna be fun. But I'll be cruising around taking pictures. Maybe I could be like coerced to do like a celebrity shot.
There we go.
Or shot of alcohol, whatever, whoever has what. I won't say anything.
Yeah, just make sure you take a decent amount of pictures before all this happens, so we don't like get like half of you or half.
Actually, it'd be really cool if I was doing it like throughout, because then you could see me like slowly descend into madness, just like The Hangover.
Dom's gonna wake up on top of a golf cart,
but like on an
passed
island.
Out.
And be like, how'd the golf cart get there? And be like, just sprawled out.
Okay, the real question is, what shoes are you gonna wear to the event?
I already packed 2, and I'm only gonna bring 2. I'm not bringing any Jordans, mainly because all my Jordan 1s are Shindig themed from prior Shindigs. So I can't bust out the first ones because they say faithful to the Bay. We're not in the Bay, although I am faithful to the Bay. Shout out Brock Purdy for signing that deal, and then Fred Warner signed his deal. Dude, bang bang. And then obviously my other ones are Minnesota themed, so we're not doing that. But I'm like, what's different but kind of cool? I have my taxis from Pluto Golf.
Oh, you showed me pictures of those a while ago. Those are really nice.
So I've got those before. Yeah.
Okay. Are they super comfy?
Yeah. It feels just like an Air Force One. And then I picked up an Ultra Boost Golf. So they're like almost like a Statue of Liberty green.
Ooh, nice.
It figures it's gonna be warm out there. I don't think anything waterproof. But like it came down to like so my other Jordans, I'm like, do I want to wear my 6s all day? Not really. Do I want to wear my 4s all day? Not really. So like, what can I wear all day? Walk around and shoot with and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, cool. The Plutos feel like a normal shoe, and then obviously the Ultra Boosts are just comfy.
I'm contemplating on scooping up a pair of shoes, going to Golf Galaxy or something. I was going to order some online, and then I didn't. So I'm like, I kind of want to wear something fresh at least as far as shoes, golf shoes, but we'll see. Um, Go Timberwolves. They play tonight.
Wolves
Stupid.
in
It's on
five.
ESPN. Yeah, Wolves in if Wolves in five, that would be sick.
I don't think it's gonna be five. I think
No,
it's gonna be more than. This
I
is
think it'd be
definitely
the biggest test for sure.
yes.
I think it'd be 6 or 7. I would love to see Wolves in five, but
I think I think I think tonight's game will kind of set the tone because obviously the Thunder played 7 against a tough Nuggets team, although they blew out the Nuggets in Game 7, I
yeah.
believe.
hmm
Um, so obviously the Wolves have had almost a week off.
Yeah, they had almost that same similar schedule going into playing Golden State, and they lost that first game at home. They kind
So
of
that
like so it's kind of like hard to say. They could
yeah,
be totally, you know,
you and I kind of talked about it where it's like, well, now the Thunders they didn't lose momentum, right? They didn't lose any steam because now it's like they
hmm
had a day off and now they're right back at it. So it's like a normal schedule where the Wolves, it's like cool, they're rested and relaxed, but it's like, well, are they ready? And
right.
I think this is definitely the hardest series for the Wolves. It's going to be the biggest test. I feel like game one is crucial. I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
I truly do feel like it's crucial because that Thunders team is loaded and they are good.
they have like first round draft picks for like the next 5 to 10 years. They're so young, um, and I like them. That's the thing. Like I like the
Hmm.
Thunder. They've been rebuilding for several years and they've done it the right way. They've accumulated draft picks. They've built a really really good team. So it's like I don't hate them, but obviously I think there was someone was saying that this is the first time I think in 29 years. Don't quote me this, but this is the first time in 29 years that a team from Texas or California hasn't been in the Western Conference Finals.
I saw on ESPN that this is the first time in 7 years that we're going to have a different, or it's not the first time, but it's going to keep repeating that we haven't had the same winners in,
Mm,
I think, 7 or 8 years now. So these final four, it's going to repeat that trend. So
mhm.
I thought that was interesting. But yeah, the Thunder, people talk about tanking and everything. I don't really feel like they were ever tanking. They were always just kind of growing. Um, they're one of the teams that did it right because, like you said, they could realistically trade a first round pick and still have
They
like
did
eight
that.
more.
Yeah. And,
So obviously,
and
like KD, everybody's got these KD trade rumors. I'm like, God, what if they trade for KD? You have this young core, and then you could still draft 7 more first round picks.
yeah, the beautiful thing with like what they're doing, and even I guess you could even say the Wolves too, is that you can have 3 to 4 superstars, but you've seen how many times that really works.
Hmm.
Where like the Thunder, for example, they have 6, 7, 8 guys that aren't necessarily going to be starters, but they play such crucial roles in their team that they all know their role, and that's how they're good. I mean, they're the best defensive team in the league right now, and they know their role, but they just all gel together, and that's why I think it's so fun to watch. And the Wolves are kind of in that same thing. I mean, we were talking Julius Randle. I've always liked Julius Randle, but I will say I did say that I think it was a better trade that we traded to get Julius Randle and Dante for Cat. I like Cat, but I think halfway through the season I was like, man, I don't know if Julius is going to be on the team because he was kind of struggling. But since he's been back from his injury, I think we've lost 6 games, and I mean, Julius Randle has been an absolute dog. I mean, Draymond Green even said it too. He's like, dude, he he beat me. My matchup was Julius, and he just beat me. I couldn't do anything, and it's true. I mean, he is so physically talented, but he can shoot. He's not a Cat where he can shoot the three ball constantly. I mean, he can shoot the three ball, but not like Cat. But he just gets in there. He's just like a little bulldog or a big bulldog. I should say he's little because he's huge, but. I'm excited. We'll see. I think it would be really, really epic though if the Wolves played the Knicks in the finals.
That's what
You
everybody's
know,
wanting right now. But the Wolves are just like the Thunder, right? You have a lot of our bench guys could start. You got Nas
hmm
Reed coming off the bench. He's a starter on
yep,
most teams.
for sure.
Um, Dante DiVincenzo comes off the bench and just lights it up. And then not only that, but you got Jaden, who's just a fucking menace. For
He's
no
the X
reason.
factor, in my opinion. Yeah.
No reason. He's just a menace. And then obviously you got Ant, Julius, Mike Conley. People are sleeping on Mike Conley.
You
Um,
know how I feel about Conley.
dude, we met Conley.
Yeah. Shout out Conley.
Um, I saw this thing where he was like, selfishly, I told them to do it for me because he's like, I don't got much time left. So yeah,
Yep.
one, if we do it, we're doing it for Mike. Minnesota Mike. Someone's like, is he the Grizzlies Mike? No. But does he
No,
need to
absolutely
be?
not.
No. So it's definitely this is definitely one of the more fun teams I've had the privilege to watch. Obviously, you're older than me. I always like reminisce on the KG and Wally Zerbiak days, and that was kind of my favorite growing up. Were those two,
Yep.
and then Chauncey Billups and a handful of other dudes. But this I think is it's kind of got me back into basketball. 'Cause at a young age, I loved basketball. My mom was just telling me a story that all I wanted were Kevin Garnett jerseys, and this is like at Kevin Garnett's prime, and she couldn't
Hmm.
find them anywhere. So she was going store to store to try to find me Kevin Garnett jerseys. And I had like five of them, so I could wear one every day to school.
Nice
Um,
rotation.
yeah, between the three colors, yeah. Um, so Minnesota's buzzing. The Twins rattled off 13 straight. They lost to the Brewers on a. I don't know if you saw that Jackson Churio catch.
Is that from
Unreal.
yeah, he had a
They
chance to
robbed
tie it. Was it
Royce.
Royce Lewis? Or
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Unreal catch. Unreal. Like just Royce tips his helmet to him. You're like, kudos. I'm
What
like
do you
that.
do? Yeah.
I'm like that's game. And obviously the Wild aren't playing anymore. The United are back, so Minnesota's buzzing. It's super fun. I almost wish we were having the Shindig here again, selfishly, just so we didn't have to leave and miss out on all these sports happening. But
Right.
um, at the same time, it's so fun, and it's just fun to watch everything.
It's nice to see basketball being played in Minnesota in May, not
Hmm.
like middle to end of May, So yeah, it's awesome to see. I was going to ask you what happened yesterday because the Twins got postponed. I was thinking about getting tickets to go. It was like dirt cheap. Well, obviously it's because the weather was so terrible. So they got postponed. Are
So
they making that game up?
it's not technically postponed. Once a game starts and then um gets called, it's suspended. So the only way
Okay.
that they would call the game is if it's after 7 innings and one team is in the lead, so it's not like over. So they suspended play. They were supposed
Okay.
to make that up today, and then the game
Yeah,
today got postponed, and then they
it's
postponed the suspended game. So they're
there's a lot of
making up,
postponements going on.
yeah. So they're making up two tomorrow, and then I bet you the third game gets played as there as a double header on like an off day for the two teams. But
Okay, because we were up 2-1 yesterday, right? So it'll just
yeah,
resume
and of
as whatever the
course,
score was in
yeah,
the
with
same
the
innings.
same
I think it was
dude
the
because
third inning.
there were two guys
Yeah.
on base, I believe. So, and of course, it's a crucial series with two teams in division.
Yeah.
Granted, we're not playing Detroit, who's in the lead, but Cleveland and the Twins are right there. So of course, I'm like, really, like, come
It's kind of
on.
crazy to think too. The Twins, they had a 13-game win streak,
Hmm.
and they're still not first in the division. That's kind of crazy.
It's because I feel like everybody had a win streak when we were having a win streak because the
Yeah.
Cardinals won nine straight. Obviously, totally different league and division,
Yeah.
but every time I look, I'm like, oh, we didn't make up anything, and
Is
then all of a
Detroit the
sudden,
number one team in the league, aren't they? Like standing wise? Because that's
uh,
who's in first right now, obviously.
for sure in the AL. I don't know about the
Okay.
NL.
Okay.
The Dodgers are kind of up and down. And if it's not the Dodgers, I don't quite know who it would be. The Phillies haven't quite figured it out yet.
Is Detroit just like on a hot streak? Like, what are they supposed to be this good? Because I don't
Yeah.
ever remember them talking about in the beginning of the
So
season. I thought it was going to be
you know how
Cleveland
you were
and
just talking about the Thunder?
yeah, they're kind of in the same.
That's what Detroit's been doing. They've been drafting really well. Their manager, I don't know if you know, is AJ Hinch from Houston.
Let's say that name rings a bell. Yeah,
So he's from Houston. He served his suspension. I think he's a great manager, given the controversy, putting that aside. But um, great manager. That team is so young and it's clicking. It's just like Oklahoma City, but instead it's in our division.
mm-hmm.
And people forget how good Detroit was not too long ago. They had a pitching rotation that was otherworldly with
It'd be like sure.
everybody.
Who? Yeah, like
Verlander,
who's
Scherzer, Jordan
yeah Scherzer.
Zimmerman,
Yeah, Yeah,
I
Verlander.
don't remember who their 4 and 5 guys were, but you're like, who do you take
Definitely.
out of that? And yeah, no. So it wasn't too long ago that they were good.
It's still kind of cool to see too, because like Detroit's been kind of garbage. Chicago White Sox have been garbage.
They still
The
are. They're
They
bad.
still are, yeah, yeah, they're bad.
Although the Rockies have they could be worse this year, which
Saw that. That's
I
one
don't
stadium I
want.
want to visit though this year.
I do too.
That's sick looking.
So I told my dad because I'm like, God, if we had planned it out properly, we could have been in Milwaukee watching the Twins on my birthday. Of course, that's the game they lost, but like that's one I get to cross off my list and everything. So, but I was like, damn it, we should have planned it out better.
Have you been to that stadium before?
No,
No.
I want
I'm
to.
trying
It's
to.
like
Yeah, I've never been to that stadium either. I haven't been to a whole lot of or excuse me, baseball stadium. I mean, I've been to a couple, but that's one of my goals. Try like when it slows down towards this in this winter, because with the NBA, is I want to try to visit at least like 2 or 3 NBA stadiums. Like try to find like start like with Chicago. Like I've been to the venue, but I haven't watched a game there.
well, I mean, I'm down if you want to go to
Yeah, it'd be
Chicago.
fun.
We can watch a Bulls game.
It'd be
We should
sick.
try to time it when the Wolves are there.
That'd be cool. Or even do like a Bulls like Blackhawks, like one day. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I thought man when they
Like a
play each
2 day.
other. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Skates versus jerseys or skates versus shoes or whatever, basketball shoes, whatever. But no, it'd be fun. I love Chicago. Chicago's sick, but that's
Never
kind
been
of my
there.
goal is to try to go to like a couple, like some of the ones that are like closer by to at least
Yeah.
start. But um no, so I'm excited for the Wolves. Hopefully it's not just, I mean, it's really cool to see that we were here last year. I really do like Finch. I believe in the coach. I believe in our staff, and I believe in our ownership now. Now that things have kind of moved over, I know we've had a lot of talent in years previous, but they weren't. It just never was. Minnesota's always been kind of doomed in sports, but it's also been one of those where we've had the talent, but we never wanted to continue to build, and which is why
I
KG
feel
got
like
his ring in Boston.
I feel like they never gelled together. It's like you can throw
Mhm.
these talented dudes in a room, but it's like what are they
Right?
doing together? You know?
Yeah, exactly. It goes down to like the whole like Thunder Wolves as far as like if you find the pieces to the puzzle, that's what you don't need 3 to 4 superstars. And it's
You can
also
get
we have Ant too, so that helps things. That guy's a
you
superstar. I
have
mean, that guy's
Gobert too. I forgot about Rudy.
Rudy. Yeah, dude.
It's freaking
People
7 foot.
hate on Rudy, but I still think he doesn't know how to shoot a basketball. But the guy's a
I
menace down
dude,
low.
I don't know how to shoot a basketball either. The
Well,
issue is
they
I'm
don't.
not 7'1".
Yeah, they don't pay him to shoot a basketball. I mean, as far as like, I mean, he's a great defender. He gets on their dunks. He's just a huge body that takes up
He,
space
he
and
did
clears
throw his
space.
pregnant girlfriend out of his house though, and
I saw that. I don't know how true those rumors are. Some rumors they said like she was cheating on him, and then he posted something saying like I'm still gonna take care of the babies, or like
yeah,
something happened. Maybe he's just getting in his full Zen mode of like, hey, I want to win this thing, and sorry, you're out.
he's pulling an ant where he's going to pay 18 years of child care
Yeah.
right up front.
Oh man, gotta love sports and gotta love 22, 23-year olds that are still trying to
23.
trying to figure life out.
Oh my god. I
That's
don't think
crazy.
Rudy's that young though. Rudy should act older.
Oh yeah, for sure. Rudy's 20, like 7 or something. 27,
Is
28.
he?
I think so. Let me see. Because
No
okay,
fucking way. That dude's been in the league a while.
maybe he's a little older than that. You know how old Julius Randle is?
Is he my Rudy's
Oh,
32.
he's 32. Okay, so take that back. So 32. How old do you think Julius Randle is?
God, I know he came into the league young because he was with the Lakers, right? Because he's one of the
Yeah.
few Kobe teammates left.
Yep.
I hate that I know that because that's about the extent of my basketball knowledge that isn't Timberwolves
That's still pretty impressive though that you know that.
because I know it's him
Well,
and D'Lo.
well, he's 30. Now, I'm sorry, but Julius Randle does not look 30 years old.
He looks older than Rudy Gobert.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm 30, gonna be 36, and dude, Julius Randle looks like he's like coming up on like, and I love Julius Randle, but yeah, he's 30 years old.
I don't think people realize the age gap between you and I.
Yeah, I'm 28 and you're 35. It's crazy.
Well, with that math, I'd be 20.
Yeah, you couldn't even have a cerveza. I mean, you could
Oh,
legally, illegally, not
I
legally.
mean, that was the best kind of cerveza.
That's true. Those are the best tasting ones.
Yeah, those and the free ones.
Free ones are always the best ones.
Oh yeah, free and
Um,
illegal though. Best.
okay, well, this is the wrap. Again, it's Odin Golf Save Par Shindig, Saturday, May 31st. Can't wait to see you guys there. For anyone who is signed up that hasn't been to an event before, send us a message. Let us know, man. They said we're all about the vibes, right? That's what it comes down to. Getting everyone together, have a good time. It's not about shooting the best score. I mean, for some of you it is, but that's really not what these events are. It's all about just kind of getting everyone together and having a great time. So love to hear from you. Can't wait to meet the people that we haven't met and can't wait to see people that we've seen in the past. So I'm super excited. It's kind of crazy that we started planning this a while back and we're already, we're, you know, just over a week away. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'll
And
be in sunny California.
I'll see you freaking on Sunday.
Yeah, because I goofed. Yeah.
You boot scoofing, dude.
Who, when I booked everything, I'm like, oh, I can fly out on Monday. Perfect. I didn't know that Monday was Memorial Day.
It's okay. I was like, I just wanted to sleep in one day this year, but never mind.
And you don't sleep in. So hold on. Before we get off, obviously
Yeah.
we're gonna play Tierra Rahada.
Uh-huh.
And I was sending Ralph voice messages. And because we still don't know what our tee times are, um
Did he give
he
you the
goes,
early one? Did you request to you
no.
just start early?
So he requested 10 a.m. because if he requested any earlier, I wouldn't make it.
No, he would make it. He would just be cranky.
I'd be crabby, dude.
You would make it though. You'd still make it.
Well,
You would
yeah,
just
because it's like Brendan would drag me out because it's the beauty
yeah.
of having Brendan as my roommate for this. He dragged me out of bed and be like, "Bro, we're gonna go play golf and have tacos," and I'd be like, "Fine, but don't talk to me."
I'm
And
just sitting in silence for the whole ride there.
he would respect it, and then Raul would be like, "Shut the fuck up and play golf," and I'd be like, "Fine." So yeah,
I'm, so,
I think it's at like
I'm
10
looking forward to
a.m.
that. It's great tea time. Well, I'm assuming if it's 12 to 16 people, it'll probably be back to back to back tea time. So we have probably what from 10 to 11, I'm assuming. Or is it going to
Probably.
be like random times? Hopefully it's all
Oh,
like kind of within the same group.
probably because they sent Ralph a contract. It's probably
Are
back
we
to
playing
back to
together?
back.
You and I? Or are we
Sure.
splitting up?
No, we can play together.
Okay, yeah, just to know if you already kind of orchestrated that with
I don't even know
Ralph.
what time we're playing. I don't even know who's going.
I don't care, man. I'm just happy to be out there with the boys and play some golf.
Yeah, should we like try to like sneak in like a bottle of tequila or something?
Definitely down for after the round.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you have
No,
fun during the round.
we're doing carne asada after the round.
That's true. I'm excited. I need to
We
go
just
run right now so I can make sure
watch
I
the
can eat
Wolves.
extra tacos and watch the Wolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, good to see you. And we'll see you on Sunday. And then for everyone listening again, appreciate all the sponsorships, everyone that is participating and has helped out. So we really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you. So thanks again. And again, we'll see you guys on Saturday, next Saturday.
Wolves in 7.
Skull Vikings. And then you got
Why the fuck are we
Shania Twain in the
scrolling the
background.
Vikings?
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, why are we scrolling the the Wolves in 7?
Wolves in 7. Well, you said Wolves in 5. Let's just meet in the
I
middle.
don't,
Wolves in 6. Let's
I
go.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think Wolves in 5.
Wolves in 6
Realistic.
is well. I think Wolves in 6 is definitely a lot more realistic than 5, but
Yeah.
I'll take either. All right, see you, buddy. Take care.
I just want to win.
That's it. That's all. That's all I want. Just to win.
Just to win.
Let's go. All right, man. See you. Take care.
Yep. Bye.